A 21st century. How does teaching and classroom practice need to adjust to meet the requirements of a 21st century? As I prepare to enter the education field, I have come to terms with the fact that the elementary classroom that I remember as a student will not be the same one that I enter as a teacher. In the 21st century, digital technologies have become a significant aspect of not only classroom practice, but also of our world. This research intends to focus on how a teacher must understand, integrate, and apply the use of these technologies into literacy instruction. Considering literacy the most fundamental tool in student learning, the implications of digital technology on literacy instruction will hold the greatest impact on my future teaching profession. Shifting from a traditional literacy instruction such as reading, writing, and spelling, teachers must also begin teaching literacy for the digital age. In a time that is also known as the information age, digital technologies provide a vast amount of information at our fingertips. Research no longer involves going out to the library to physically look for books. You can find them on the iBook site on your iPad. Reading has changed from paper copies of books to digital versions. The act of writing, both print and cursive, are being replaced with typing and even speech recognition softwares. In this age, it is crucial to student learning that they are able to develop a whole new set of skills in order to sort, prioritize, and understand the mass amounts of easily available information, as well as the capacity to use different types of media and technologies to enhance their own. So what is digital literacy? According to the Library of Illinois site, digital literacy refers to the ability to use digital technology, communication tools, or networks to locate, evaluate, use, and create information, or the ability to understand and use information in multiple formats from a wide range of sources when it is presented via computers. Finally, literacy includes the ability to read and interpret media, to reproduce data and images through digital manipulation, and to evaluate and apply new knowledge gained from digital environments. So why should teachers apply digital technology into literacy instruction? By developing this unique set of skills, students are encouraged to take an inquiry-based approach to learning in order to deal with the vast amount. The implementation of digital technology into literacy instruction has the potential to develop skills such as prioritizing, analyzing, and critical thought. It is through the potential to reach unlimited pools of information that students are encouraged to think deeply about what it is they are reading and take an inquiry-based approach to their learning. Through an inquiry-based approach, students are able to develop their problem-solving and critical thinking skills as opposed to the simple retrieval and memorization of information. My research process included taking information from a variety of sources, including previous literature about the subject, general public surveys in order to gain general insights, and an interview with a friend of mine who has recently completed her master's degree in the education field. These sources will provide deeper discussions surrounding questions regarding digital technology within literacy instruction. The article, Picture a World Without Pens, Pencils, and Paper, the Unanticipated Future of Reading and Writing, focuses on how the use of digital technologies will change the traditional meaning of literacy. The authors argue how written work will become obsolete as digital print and speech will become the dominant form of communication. Unlike the other articles I have selected, this one focuses on the less obvious aspects of our growing dependency on technology in relation to literacy development and the means by which we communicate. Further, this article describes how teachers must adapt and implement new methods for learning literacy skills in an age where information is so easily accessible. Dubrow article focuses on the importance of media literacy education, stressing the significance of the appropriate methods for teaching literacy in the digital age. Media literacy education focuses on teaching critical thinking regarding the infinite amounts of information available through digital technologies. Further, this article discusses the importance of media literacy in contrast to censorship learning. This article accentuates the idea that my research is just the tip of the iceberg as we continue to explore all the possibilities associated with digital technologies in relation to literacy learning. Exploring the use of the iPad for literacy learning dives into both the pros and cons of mobile digital technology such as the iPad and its effects on reading, writing, and other literacy skills. Terming digital literacy as new literacy, this research conducted in the article concludes that the use of new literacies could be integrated into curriculum and enhance student learning regarding print-based literacy goals. Reading comprehension, sequencing, visualization, and class collaboration were all enhanced by incorporating the iPad into classroom practice. This article suggests the implementation of the TPACK framework, which highlights 3 key areas: literacy content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technology knowledge. Jacob's article, Rethinking Common Assumptions About Adolescents' Motivation to Use Technology in and Out of School, challenges common assumptions that all students are engaged by digital literacy practices. The author questions how the use of technology affects motivation both inside and outside the classroom. Instead, the author defends the claim that it is not the technology that engages, but the promotion of membership in a participatory culture. Therefore, it is the unlimited possibilities for collaboration that engages students in their learning, regardless of subject matter. Imagine the potential for student engagement if we make literacy instruction less of an isolated experience and more of a social one. Oakley's article describes how literacy and an ICT-enabled multimodal approach can support literacy development, particularly with children with autism. This article argues the importance of a teacher's ability to differentiate teaching to meet the needs of all students across a range of abilities. The article is based on 2 case studies which involved using iPads to support literacy development. This study argued how literacy in children with autism can be supported through a multimodal approach integrating information and communication technologies, or ICTs. In the first case, a young boy engaged in literacy learning app for an iPad in which he used photographs of himself and of his toys to create a story, integrating simple captions into each frame. This approach allowed the use of the students' visual skills connected with their own interests and life experiences. Further, the children were able to engage in the creation, resulting in ownership of. This study demonstrated how teachers should teach to the strengths and interests of the children, and that the use of a variety of modes has the potential to enhance engagement and motivation when applied appropriately. This study acts as evidence that engagement, motivation, and attitude all have at least moderate implications regarding achievement. In addition, the study also articulates the use of ICTs as a means to improve engagement, as they can be used both as an appropriate tool towards play-based learning, as well as for the implementation of drill. Of the 23 surveyed adults, 100% of participants admitted to using some form of technology on a daily basis. The implications of the overwhelming number of participants using technology each day highlights its prevalence as a major component of our future. Almost 50% of participants agreed that children should be exposed to these technologies as early as age 5. The argument that children should be taught to use digital technology at such a young age holds validity, as the previous question demonstrated its prevalence in both education and work for future generations. J. Pekarsky provided her professional opinion as to why it is critical that we provide students with digital tools in literacy in order to provide them with the know-how to succeed in the digital generation. She said, "With the rise of the digital era, children should be taught to use a variety of digital devices to prepare them for the future, where digital devices will be prevalent in almost every profession. Assistive technology, such as advanced word processing systems, audio output devices, and augmentative communication devices, is also very useful for children with learning and/or developmental disabilities in enhancing their ability to learn. Teaching children how to use these devices as early as possible may assist them in their future." At 57%, the majority of participants found that the most important skill set to develop through literacy education included comprehension, creation, and critical thought. By defining the concept of digital literacy as the ability to use digital technology, communication tools, or networks to locate, evaluate, use, and create information, we can create a cohesive relationship between digital technologies and literacy development, allowing each aspect to benefit the other. Pekarsky highlighted how the implementation of technologies into her classrooms have benefited student comprehension in regards to literacy development. Children with reading disabilities often struggle in several academic areas. The effort that is exerted by the child to phonologically read every word interferes with their ability to decipher the context of the literature. There are several assistive technology software programs that can help children with reading disabilities overcome this challenge. Additionally, the potential for creation within the digital realm can not only enhance comprehension and interest within the project, but it can also inspire a certain level of engagement within assignments. When you couple digital technologies with the freedom to take learning in a personal direction, it has the potential to create an inquiry-based approach to learning, through which students can take their learning to a deeper, more meaningful level. Finally, critical thought maintains its position as the most significant relationship between digital technology and 21st century literacy development. Within the Internet, unlimited amounts of information are available. However, as more information becomes accessible, the quality of the information tends to deteriorate. In order to deal with the declining validity of information, we must embrace this reality and teach our students to think critically, analyzing each source of information they come across for significance, relevance, and validity. For the purpose of this research, methodology maintained a qualitative approach, opting to generate ideas surrounding the question as opposed to forming solid conclusions. This methodology creates a research context which encourages discussion regarding the implications of technology on literacy instruction. The main implications I have found regarding the use of digital technologies in literacy instruction are as follows. The requirements of literacy skills are shifting to incorporate an inquiry-based approach to learning. The focus on digital literacies should be introduced to students at an early age in order to engage the students and make learning more relevant, and to teach for a future which is technologically based. However, it is still important to teach basic literacy skills during early school years, as phonemic and phonological awareness are predictors of future academic success. This topic is important to all teachers as well as parents because, let's face it, the change that technology offers is scary. However, we must embrace it, allowing our students the opportunity to make their learning more relevant, more engaging, and by providing them the freedom to demonstrate their learning through a variety of mediums. Although this topic begs for further research, the implications are clear. When technology is implemented in a constructive way, it has the potential to enhance print-based literacy goals, help students develop a unique skill set relevant to their futures, and to motivate an inquiry-based approach to literacy instruction.